Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of LogicBots. I decided to actually move on to the next category. You know, we have a bunch of things not done yet, the balance beam and the walk the line. But I'm actually a little bit sick of this contractors category. I want to move on to other things, and having a sneak peek into the warehouse category, I actually saw a couple of really nice things that could be far more interesting to play. So why don't we actually go ahead and do the remote unloading first. Now, what is this going to be about? Let's actually see. I don't think it's visible right here, but what we have to do is build a remote-controlled LogicBot that can unload 3 crates from a conveyor and place 1 in each of the marked areas. So let's have a look at the level, and we can see there are 3 crates right there, or 3 pallets rather, and we have to place them right here. So we do get a couple of new tools, including forklifts. So I'm kind of fond of this category right now. So let's go ahead and actually build this bad boy. I'm gonna place my thingy right there, the body. And as a new item, we got the screw lift, as you can see here. And also within, let me see, maybe the extensions. Yeah, there we go. We got the fork. So everything we need at our disposal, I would say. First of all, I'm gonna add the white pneumatic wheels. This one is the right motor. I'm gonna do this for all the sides, of course. And left motor, there we go, beautiful. We also need a remote control or a RC receiver. I'm gonna place that bad boy here, and then let's see, what can we do with the forklift? How does that even work? I'm probably gonna have to add, oh, okay, I see. That's gonna be much easier than I probably anticipated. Though, how can I put something at the very bottom? This looks like it needs to move a little bit, but I cannot place it here really, right? Let me see, we can still rearrange that in case it doesn't really work out for us. But let's go ahead and add a couple of forks to that. We should be able to add them right here. I'm gonna do that, and I guess we have to eyeball it here a little bit in order to figure out the spacing we actually need. Let me have a look into the level once again. So we need to bring the forklift all the way to the bottom. That needs to be possible. Well, not to pick up those guys, of course. For those we have to lift it a little bit, but how to get rid of it if I cannot go all the way down to the bottom with the forklift? So let me think about this. Maybe we could have an angled bar actually, and we're gonna place that at 90 degrees. And if we placed it right at the bottom here, okay, that is not the right orientation. I need it to be straight. Yeah, there we go. This should allow us to place the forklift on top of here. Come on, come on. Also, I still wouldn't be at the very bottom, to be honest with you. Oh man, what do we do now? Can I actually switch this up? Maybe I can change the shape of it a little bit. The angle bar, let me see. If we change the width a little bit. Oh yeah, this might work out actually. So now we can place that bad boy here, and hopefully this should allow us to place the forklift. So it's already much further down than before, but apparently we cannot get it to the bottom anyways, right? But let's see, maybe we figure out a cool way in order to actually do something about it. So let's go ahead and add some electronics to that, I would assume. I'm gonna add my, wow, look at that, you have so much space here. This is crazy, but we're gonna add this bad boy. Then we got the RC receiver. Actually, I'm gonna have that here, and we also got the screw lift. So let me see, that has simply an input. So I assume if we have a high signal, then it goes up, and if we have a low signal, it goes down. So that possibly means we can simply go ahead and do that, and let's say spacebar is going to be responsible for that functionality. So if I go ahead and have a look at the construction, hit the spacebar, nothing happens. Interesting. Let me maybe read the description here. The height of the lift element of this part moves to the input value it receives in millimeters. It has a movement range of 800 millimeters. Okay, that's too bad. You have to add a specific input. All right. I want to add a static value just to kind of get a grip of what we have to do here. So that would be 800 millimeters, and we place that here, and therefore, yeah, it's going up. Do we have to go up this much? Not really. 800 millimeters is like the maximum. So I need to figure out the state that we need to grab the crates. So I'm going to start with a 400 here in this case. So that should be like halfway down. Yeah. And if we start the game, then this might actually be already cool. Looks a little bit too high if you ask me. So let's do the steering of the bot first. We're gonna install a very simple steering mechanism. I'm gonna utilize this input here, the RC receiver. We're gonna have a W, we're gonna have an S, we're gonna have a D and an A. So basically the same thing we did before. We're gonna utilize a couple of OR gates. So we can activate both of the motors using W or S, and we can use the left or right motor using D and A. That means we need a triple OR gate, right? So we got a triple OR gate for this guy and a triple OR gate for this guy. Oh, that's gonna be so much easier now. Let me see. W, we're gonna need a splitter for the W. Let's actually move this a little further back, maybe here. So W goes directly into this guy, then this guy, and this guy. We're gonna hook these guys up to the motor as well. Then we're gonna have the backwards solution, for which I need a quadruple splitter. So pressing S will either activate the motors, both of them. I'm gonna hook them up like so, and it will also activate them in reverse, of course. So now we can already move forwards and backwards. I'm gonna do the same thing for everything else. Let me see. Actually, for this one, I don't necessarily need a splitter. I mean, we don't need to be too precise with our movement. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just get rid of this guy, and D, let me see, is this D? Yeah, D should move to the right. So therefore we need the left motor to run. So this goes here and this goes there. Let's actually check this out. I can move forward, backward, I can turn around slightly. Yeah, that's gonna be enough. Good enough, in my opinion. Now it's everything is a little bit wonky here, but we're gonna go ahead, and we cannot really scoop this up right now. Yeah, I think it's just a couple of millimeters too high, to be honest with you. So let's go ahead and switch that up. We're gonna go with 350 millimeters for now, and we're gonna check out how that feels. Come on, move straight. Yeah, there we go. Turn a little bit. Oh, I need to... Oh no, this is not high enough now. And also it would be wise to put the forks a little bit further apart from each other. Yeah, let's do 390 then. It was just a little bit that we were missing. And also, can I do the forks? How much can I move them over? Oh, actually plenty. I can move them all the way to here. That's not too shabby. That is gonna give us a little bit more wiggle room, I would say. So let's go ahead and scoop this up one more time. Well, for the first time actually, but there we go. This is perfect. So now I need a setting to move it up. So I need 3 settings. This is like the first setting. Then we need a number 0 and a number, let's just do 800. Or we could do a counter. That would even be better. I actually like that idea. Yeah, we're gonna choose a value that we can calculate using a counter. So for instance, we could say I want to move up 10 millimeters every time. Maybe that's not enough, 10 millimeters, though it might be necessary. Let's just try it out. We're gonna do 10 millimeters. So that basically means I'm gonna add a counter. Possibly, yeah, there we go. We can then choose a key to be able to add stuff, and then we're gonna multiply it with 10. And if you have 0 times 10, of course it's gonna be at the bottom, and if you have like 80 times 10, it's gonna be all the way on the top. So that's good to know. Let's go ahead and add another of these RC receivers. Where is it? There we go. I'm actually glad you can add multiple of these guys. We're gonna add the second receiver right there. And now we need a key. Let me see. We want to go up with 1 and go down with 2. Doesn't really matter to me, but that means add is gonna be here and subtract is gonna be there. We might possibly want to introduce a starting pulse in order to reset this shebang, and then this doesn't need to be connected. I need to do a multiplication now. I'm gonna add that right here. We're gonna multiply this by 10, and then the output is gonna be how high our forklift is. Sounds reasonable enough to me. Let's actually test it out. I can press number 1 and... oh, it actually moves up. Ah, check this out. Oh, this is amazing. Okay, now I have the full control. There we go. We're just gonna move in here and then move this up and... oh, don't move back. Not yet. Oh, this is a little bit wonky. Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, man. I wish my car was a little bit more stable there. Yeah, there we go. We're taking the curve. Okay, it could work out if I don't have too many troubles getting this to the floor. But there we go. I'm just spamming the number 2 button in order to get this down. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, please, work. This is never gonna work, right? I have to kind of utilize gravity to take care of that. There we go. Come on. Yeah, that counts, right? That definitely counts. Okay, that's how we're gonna do it. I'm not gonna reach the time goal. Holy Moses, 1 minute 30 seconds. I'm still on the first part here. Okay, we're gonna grab the second crate right now. There we go. Pull it up, and then move back very carefully. Oh, jeez. That's not careful. Wow, this is the most wonky thing in this game so far. But I'm glad they introduced things like that. I mean, in the beginning, I really couldn't imagine what this game could involve in later levels. But I'm really fond of all the ideas they had. And there we go. Now we just have to get rid of this one as well. Wiggle it out. Oh man, imagine if forklifts worked like that in real life. That would be funny. But there we go. The second crate is done. There is no indication that I actually managed to do this successfully, but I would just assume so. Okay, let's see what we got here. This looks a little bit too far up though. No, it's too low. There we go. Come on. Oh, jeez. Don't do this to me. Okay, I got the crate. Okay, there we go. We're moving backwards. Yeah, everything is working fine so far. Turning around slightly. And let's just hope we're gonna succeed with this. Does it just have to, like, hit the floor, maybe? And then we are done? Okay, that actually worked, yeah. Cool, so we did get the level completed. Not with any of the objectives. I mean, how can I use less money? I thought I didn't use a lot. But that's fine with me, absolutely fine with me. Now we are kind of in a bad spot because I almost have no more time to do another one of these. Oh well, we can at least have a look into a couple of these puzzles and see what we can do about them. You know, brainstorm a couple of ideas or so. Maybe I can even finish one that is easy. So let's go ahead and have a look into the objectives. A pallet, place it on the pallet conveyor. Oh no, this looks like I have to do it automatically, and now we have the same problem of needing the forklift to be at the bottom. This is a true issue in my opinion. Let me see, we still only have this body, so how do I do that? Let me see what happens if we use small wheel. Ah, okay, that could be it, right? Using small wheels. You know, using the wheels just on the edge here. Let's actually try this out. This is gonna be the left motor. Let me do this for all sides. There we go. How about that? I mean, that could still work, right? It's a little bit close, but it might just work out. And we're gonna add the forklift, so we have to add one of those again. Oh, geez. Need to do all the settings once again, but that's fine. We're just gonna have that. Oh, okay, I see. I can actually bring this quite far down here. Okay, so we might not even have to do something with these wheels. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place them normally using the snap lines. So give me a quick second to arrange that. Oh yeah, check this out. This is totally at the bottom. This just needs to work out. I cannot see a reason why it shouldn't. Gonna place the lift right there. Oh yeah. Cool. Let me actually test this out. I just want to see if we are actually on the floor, if it works. No, not freaking really. I mean, is this close enough to the floor? It doesn't look like. Will I even be able to move? Let me actually test this out. I'm gonna add our little guy right there. And we're just gonna add a signal to drive forwards. Just to see if we egg on. Not really, but the frame rate is extremely low, so something is causing conflicts. We have to try it. I mean, the logic is gonna work the same nonetheless. So now we have to add a sensor as well, which is going to be a line sensor, obviously. And we're going to add that, let's say here. Maybe we can add it at the back here. We got our screw lift that I'm going to require very soon, but more importantly, the line sensor. And we're going to do something similar as in, you know, every basic line detection mission. Which is, if we detect the line, we want to use the right wheel, for instance, and if we don't detect the line, we want to use the left wheel. This is always the easiest way to go about it, so maybe let's do that. I'm gonna need a splitter, there we go. So if it's not, we're gonna use the left motor, and if it is, oh geez, I need to go here, there we go. Then we use the right motor, so let's do that. Oh, Oh, of course. So I do need the sensor in the front. Somehow, somewhere. Let me see. What if we added it here? Does that even work? It might or might not. Let me just test it out. There we go. Okay, we are at least sneaking along the line. And now let's see if we can scoop this bad boy up. Doesn't look good. How? I mean, this is the most I can get these forklifts down, man. I don't really get it. What if we managed to make this a little bit slanted? For instance, we could remove this wheel and this one, and then just add a big one instead, right? And then we would have a little bit of a slanted vessel that might be able to reach these hard spots. Let me test this out once again. There we go. So now we are definitely low enough, in my opinion, but we might have trouble to scoop it up. Bring it up. There we go. Okay, so now at this point, we would have to bring this up, or we detect this guy, and after that, bring it up. Let me actually see. Does something happen if we just go here? Okay, I could lift it up at this point, right? Could we maybe use a ultrasonic ranger? It doesn't really fit here, does it? But I can place it on top of the forklift. That is hilarious. I think I'm actually gonna go with the proximity sensor once again. I just love the proximity sensor. And if we attached it, let's see, where can we attach it? Not really many spots. What if we did something like that? Then we might be able... No, it's not reaching far enough. That's a disappointment. But what we could do is maybe add a pipe first and then the thing. So we go like... whatever. We go like this. And then we go like this. Oh no, this is not gonna work out, is it? We just have to make this bigger. I'm gonna go with 600 millimeters. That should suffice in order to place this sensor right here without hitting the forklift itself. This is sometimes a little bit annoying in this game, that you always have to go back into the menu if you mess up with the length of a part, for instance. But there we go. This should now work out. If it doesn't, I'm gonna scream internally for a long time. No, there we go. We got it. Do we also not tip over? That would be great. Okay. So as soon as we detect something here, then we want to move the forklift up. And I'm kind of hoping that it still detects it at this point. Let's program that in. We got the proximity sensor, which outputs a high signal and not a precise number. So that's going to be convenient. Now, if it outputs a number, I want it to be at 800 or so. How can we do that? This is going to be 800. If it doesn't output a high signal, I want it to be at 0. Okay, we might actually be able to use an AND gate. We could say if the proximity sensor is on and a static value, right? I'm just gonna have to try it, guys. I'm so sorry. We're just gonna add a dual switch. We're gonna add that here, and we don't need the 800. What we need is the proximity sensor. We're gonna add that to the AND gate. So if the proximity sensor goes on, then we want the forklift to go to the number 800. I can't really think of a better solution than just to do the addition here. So we could do a multiplication. Let me actually know the better solution. I know there is a better solution, but we're just going to do multiplication 1 times 800. And that is going to result in the height of the forklift. So that should already work out. As soon as we detect something, then we're going to add a number here. So it's 1 times 800, which then means the screw lift is going to go up. So let's do that. Let's wait for the detection. If we detect the crates already, then it should just go and do... Oh yeah, that's too early. That's unfortunate. But the idea is kind of working out, right? And I would really appreciate if you reset. How can I make you reset? Maybe we just do that, and then it's gonna reset. No, didn't mean to do that. I meant to go into the design mode. There we go. Now we can move away this part. I'm just gonna make this stick even bigger. And now, yeah, I have to delete it again in order to do that. Let's go ahead and do 1000 millimeters. I'm gonna add that bad boy here, and that bad boy, come on, right there. It's a crazy contraption, but it might just work out. At least we're not tipping over just yet, and if we manage to not detect the crates, we should be fine. Though it looks bad, No, it's good, all good. Oh yeah. It's gonna be amazing. Hopefully I don't really have to place it on top or so. I don't know. Just, you know, hover over it would be great. But there we go. Come on. Detection. Yeah. And that's curious. How come it is not really detecting anything here? Maybe I'm gonna add a debugging light to check this out. We're gonna add the light right there. And of course we need to hook it up. We need to hook it up to the proximity sensor here. So I'm gonna do that and that. So let's see that light go on. Yeah, it is on. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Such an idiot. I always forget about little things like that. Okay, now I'm pretty confident this is gonna work. This run is... that's not what I signed up for. I have another idea. We could implement a NOT gate. That's not a NOT gate. Where do we have you? Here. So if the proximity sensor does not detect anything, then we could subtract, right? That means I'm going to add a splitter here. We're gonna use that path through first of all. Gonna add this there, and then we're gonna add the NOT gate. Sorry for the confusion, it's not the most beautifully arranged thing, but you know how these things work. So now we should, you know, shortly detect the pallet, but then we are gonna realize it's not really that, and yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to see. It's not the best solution ever, but it's working out, you know. And holy cow, again at 40 minutes of recording, that's always a bummer. But there we go, we are lifting up, and failing. This is a problem, that it turns on and off the entire time. Ah, screw this, I thought I had it. Yeah, okay. We are just having issues right here, because we're moving up too far for it to detect anything. Why do you have to do this to me? Why? What did I ever do to you? I wonder, what if we detected the railings instead? So I could like add an extension if the game would allow me to actually check out this part where I want to build. And we're gonna go with 300 millimeters maybe right there. And then we can take this sensor and move it here. So in this case, it's gonna detect a few more things, I guess. We are scooping up the pallet, no problem. This time we didn't even have detection issues, so we could get rid of the NOT gate again if we wish to. But for now, I'm just hoping that I can permanently detect this rail, and therefore we're gonna be on the perfect height, you know? Yeah, okay. Oh, just a little bit more? No! But we're on the right track here. It's about the placement of the sensor, to be honest with you. So let me actually place it a little bit further down this time. We're scooping up, there we go, and we're permanently detecting the crate, it looks like. That's not good. Oh, jeez, don't fall off. Oh, check this out. This is amazing. But now we're having slight detection problems with our sensor here, from the looks of it. Oh, jeez, this doesn't look good at all. Oh, no! Oh, my gosh, okay, holy cow. Well, we got the pallet on top, doesn't that count? We also got the vehicle there, so... Come on, don't make me do this over and over again. Oh, the sensor is still too close. Okay guys, I think I got the final placement of the sensor. It just needed to be a little bit out of the way. And if we manage, we can now detect this rail without any issues and everything is gonna be fine. Everyone is gonna be happy. Let me see that happen. Yeah, so far, not so good. Oh, Jesus. Let's add some weight to the back. Yeah, there we go. Here you have some weight. Jesus. Doesn't look like it's gonna help. Okay, so far so good. Let's see what happens. And there we go. Looking good. That's what I wanted to see. Yes, crates. Go. Go. No! It's so close. It's so close. Well done. You broke my freaking spirits. So I think one more time I'm going to try to remove these guys, and I'm just going to do it the way we did it before, and this might work. But this is my last freaking attempt, man. Can't take this anymore. Oh, it actually worked, guys. This one is gonna work out. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad this happened. Please don't let me down. Come on, move up, move up, move up, move up, even more, even more, even more, even more. Yes, come on, that counts. Ah, thank you. Okay guys, I'm going to cry myself to sleep now. Thank you so much for watching, hitting a like button, putting a comment down below. It's been fun. Hopefully I'm going to catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching, have a good one. Bye bye.